What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's REI Weekly Lesson. Instead of doing this from my office, it's a beautiful day out here. I'm doing this video from my backyard. And today's topic is wholesaling houses going to become illegal nationally within the next, I don't know, 5, 10 years. And my answer is I'm not 100% sure, but I would say it'll probably either be extremely regulated or potentially be illegal. And the point of this video is to tell you if that happened, it would actually be a pretty good thing, believe it or not. And my reasons for that will make sense hopefully at the end of this video. So if you're not familiar with me, I've been a full-time entrepreneur now for almost 10 years. I've done around 250 deals at this point, stopped counting a while ago. So how would wholesaling become illegal? Like, why would that ever happen? Well, number one, it's gotten so popular in the form of people teaching it, including me. But what that does is it gets a lot of people out into the marketplace trying to do it, right? And when that happens, you get a lot of people doing the wrong thing. Sellers ultimately get screwed. They file complaints with the local and national government. Right now, you're seeing in a lot of states, there's regulations in like Oregon and Pennsylvania just passed one, and South Carolina, Illinois, I think Oklahoma. There's a ton of states that have this, wholesaling red tape now. I think eventually it'll probably become, like I said, highly regulated or illegal. And if that happens, that will be a good thing. And here's why. Number one, if wholesaling becomes illegal, there's going to be a lot less competition. So the amount of people like marketing for deals and sending calls and texts and sending mailers and bidding on Google AdWords, like it'll get a lot less competitive because all these people who can't buy houses, like legit buy them and close on them, are not going to be able to really do business. So the only way that it would work for them is if they could buy the house. And if they can't buy the house, then they can't really get into the marketplace. So you'd see less competition, right? You'd see your advertising most likely be more profitable. Your cost to acquire something would be dramatically lower. Your leads to deal would be lower. So you'd need to probably get less leads because the sellers wouldn't be getting bombarded by a bunch of different people. So I think it would be a lot better. And then the second thing is that it would probably make your profits go up, not because there's less competition, but because if you have to buy something and sell it on the MLS versus just wholesaling it, you're probably going to make more money doing that, right? You're going to make more money if your house is on the MLS versus your private buyers list of 300 people. So not only would you have less competition, but you'd make more money. And the third thing I think you would do is would make the business a little bit more legitimate, quite frankly, because a lot of wholesalers advertise they buy houses and they don't buy houses. They sell contracts, and there's nothing wrong with that. If they can buy the house and they choose to assign the contract, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're advertising, you're buying houses for cash and you have no ability or intentions to buy them and you're just looking to wholesale them, it's essentially like bait and switch fraudulent advertising, if you really think about it. So it would make the business, believe it or not, a more legitimate business. Like if you advertise you're buying houses, you have to buy houses. You can't wholesale them. So I think it would overall be a good thing. You're probably thinking like, well, Greg, that's easy for you to say. You've been doing this for 10 years and you got resources and connections and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, easy to say that now, but I'll tell you what, if you're brand new and let's say this happens, you know what you're going to have to do? Instead of wholesaling houses, you're going to have to find somebody like me or another expert and be willing to bring your deals to them and they'll buy them. And then you can split it with that person, whether it's me or someone else. And you'll probably actually do better that way versus wholesaling if you have no resources anyway. So it'll actually teach you the business better if you have to work with someone who has the money to buy those houses. So I think it would actually make newbies more successful and it would weed out a lot of people who really shouldn't be in the business. Because if someone's not willing to, partner with somebody who has money and experience, they're probably not going to do much good for sellers, quite frankly. So I think if wholesaling became illegal, it would be great. It'd be great for everybody. I mean, everyone would do better and the serious people would be more successful and the newbies who are really committed to the business would find a way to be successful. Because remember, success starts with your mind. It's not the laws. It's not the regulations. Success starts up here. It's in your head. It's your resourcefulness. It's your grittiness. It's your determination. That's what makes people successful, not the nuts and bolts or laws of doing real estate transactions. So that's my opinion on it. I hope you got value from this video. If you did, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the show on social media. And if you're in San Diego, Delaware, Seattle, New York, or Reno, Nevada, and you have a house you want to wholesale me, ironically, until that becomes illegal. Or if you want to just partner with me on a deal on a JV basis, send me an email, greg@velocityhousebuyers.com. And I'll see you on the next REI Weekly Lesson. Take care.